Be Wealthy and Smart, episode 889.
Step into a world of wealth and financial freedom without budgets, boredom, or bosses on Be Wealthy and Smart. And now, here's your host, Linda P. Jones.
Welcome to Be Wealthy and Smart. I'm Linda P. Jones, America's Wealth Mentor, empowering women and men worldwide to financial freedom. On today's show, we're going to talk about housing trends because there's something interesting that's really caught my attention, and that is that there's a great reshuffling that's going on, and a new report from Zillow talks about it. So I'm going to share that with you, but also just to note that many Americans relocated over the past year, and on average, they moved to bigger, less expensive homes. Now that doesn't sound like they go together, bigger and less expensive, but apparently if Tennessee was one of the most moved to states, then it does make sense that maybe you're moving from California to Tennessee, going to a bigger, less expensive home. So let's hear what Zillow has to say about this great reshuffling. Over the past year, many Americans chose to take advantage of their newfound ability to work from home and move. This trend may be contributing to the record home price growth that's occurring across the country, but at the same time, people who've moved are seeing a financial benefit, according to a new report from Zillow. By and large, Americans chose bigger and less expensive homes, particularly if they moved across state lines. Zillow's analysis looked at data from North American Van Lines, a trucking company based in Fort Wayne, Indiana. This was a notable reversal of trends from prior years, Zillow economist Jeff Tucker said in the report. The average home value in the zip codes that movers left was $419,344 versus $392,381 for the zip codes they relocated to. That represents a difference of roughly $27,000. But a cheaper home doesn't mean a smaller one. While the average size of the homes movers left behind was the largest since Zillow began tracking this data in 2016, the average size of the new homes people chose was even larger. The average difference in size, according to the analysis, was 33 square feet. Clearly, it seems the nation's interstate movers were particularly motivated to get more house for less money in 2020, Tucker wrote, and most did so in the tried and true American way, by moving to the suburbs. Separate research has shown that there was significant outmigration from major cities, but in most cases, people moved to a donut of suburbs around those cities, rather than locating across the country. I guess by a donut, they just mean a circle of suburbs around the cities. Researchers argue this trend suggests that most Americans expect that they will have a hybrid work setup in the future, where they split their time between the office and working from home rather than fully being remote. Overall, Zillow argues that a great reshuffling is happening as Americans rethink where they live and seek to decouple their home location from their office location as telework opportunities grow, Tucker wrote. This is allowing Americans to get the most bang for their buck in the housing market rather than needing to sacrifice affordability or space in the name of living closer to urban centers. In the long term, this trend could lead to home prices becoming more, even across the country, and lead to less concentration of wealth in certain cities, Tucker said. End of article. Well, this is very interesting because Harry Dent, the author, has for a long time talked about downsizing and people being able to work from anywhere and thereby moving to a less expensive city or a less expensive house. And that's exactly what we see happening. The pandemic helped that because it gave people permission to work from home, or maybe even a time horizon for several years that they won't have to go back into the office. But a lot of tech workers can work remotely, and some other professions can work remotely. And so it makes sense. Why not have a better standard of living, have more space, have more yard and acreage perhaps, have more fresh air, and get out of the big cities if you can. I think one of the biggest things is just getting away from traffic. Nobody likes to waste hours a day in traffic, and many people that live in big cities spend a good part of their day just frustrated in traffic. So I think that working from home is great. You don't have all that commuting time. There's so much time that's wasted when you're going to and from an office and then hanging out at the office and being interrupted at the office. I find working from home, I'm much, much more efficient. I think more people are finding that too, and more people are really enjoying working from home, and corporations are getting a little bit worried from what I hear. Some of them are saying, you've got to go back to work, you've got to come back into the office, and they're concerned because people are quitting and are not wanting to go back to that lifestyle. So I get it, and I think that this may be a trend where the worker really has more power and has more ability to make their demands and say what they want in order to have quality of life and probably even do a better job and be more efficient, effective, and certainly happier. So I thought that was an interesting trend to report on, and I thought it was something maybe you're being impacted by or someone you know or love is being impacted by. But this great reshuffling makes a lot of financial sense for people since your house is typically your biggest purchase. And I think more and more people are really looking at what is the lifestyle that they want. How do they want to live their life? Where are they going to be healthy and happy? If you haven't yet subscribed to Be Wealthy and Smart, hit the subscribe button and you'll be notified as soon as new podcasts are available so you never miss one of them. And if you're looking for a good book to get you started in the right direction with your financial freedom, check out You're Already a Wealth Heiress, Now Think and Act Like One, 6 Practical Steps to Make It a Reality Now. This book was named to the list of all-time best wealth books by Book Authority, and men love my book too. In my book, you'll get your Millionaire Action Plan, the Wealth Building Formula, your Wealth Heiress Checklist, and all the things you need to get to financial freedom faster. And don't forget, on my website are all of my podcasts. Just a few of them are on Apple Podcasts, but you have the whole wealth mentoring library at lindapjones.com/podcasts. That's all for today. Until next time, live the good life and be wealthy and smart.
Thank you for listening to Be Wealthy and Smart with Linda P. Jones. Share the wealth and tell your family and friends about the show. Check out our website, blog, and social media for more riches at www.bewealthyandsmart.com.